Welcome to the screencast for Team Rollmops Deliverable 2. As Deliverable 2 is kind of an extension of Deliverable 1, we're going to have a lot of the same stuff in this one. We have the same sections, but they've been updated. Team reflection, individual reflection, meeting overviews to reflect our most recent work for this deliverable. We have all of our same documents, domain class model, use case diagram, the sequence diagrams. We looked through the reviews and they were overwhelmingly positive. The only thing that we actually changed based on the reviews was in sequence diagram 4, so we can take a look at that. As you can see in the description up here, an email should be sent to the customer after the password is reset, but we hadn't actually shown that in our original deliverable. So we changed that. We just added a customer actor and showed them getting sent an email once the password is reset. So that was the only change we implemented based off the reviews. So now we can get into our new diagrams. So we'll start with our activity diagram here. Take a look at that. This is based off setting up a new event appointment, which is shown in our sequence diagram 2. So you can start off with the logic here to log in. See that it loops back until you get the valid login credentials. And then from there you can navigate through Manage Shelter, select Task. From there you can either apply to a shelter, or add an available appointment. And this is kind of the logic that we really show being implemented here. So if you select that, you enter the correct information, and then we have the logic here that shows either the appointment creation was successful or it's already scheduled. And again, this activity diagram is based off sequence diagram 2, and we'll see a little more of this with our UI prototypes. So after the activity diagram, we get into the system class model. And kind of like the original domain class model, it can be difficult to get kind of a bird's eye overview of this because it's, can be really busy. But essentially what we did is we followed the steps to translate our domain class model into a system class model by adding the correct stereotypes and the boundaries, and which create a level of abstraction so classes can only interact through their boundaries and whatnot. So again, this is very similar to our domain class model, but we just followed the steps to turn it into a system class model. So after that, we go from the system class model. We have our optional personas here. We have one for customer, staff, and veterinarian, one for each actor. So we did implement this optional part of the deliverable. So from there we get into our UI design. And as I said before, this UI design is related to our activity diagram. It's based off the kind of use case where you're setting up a new vet appointment. So you can see that the initial screen is the login screen. And just like in our activity diagram, you have the logic to loop yourself back to the login screen until you get the correct email and password combination. And from there, you're taken to kind of, you can think of it as like a home page. You're just managing the shelter. And you can either apply to a shelter or add an appointment. And if you add an appointment, you go here and you type in the correct information, and then you have your two cases where either the appointment is successfully added or it's already scheduled and you have to enter correct information. And so that is it for this deliverable. Thanks for watching.